And as Priya said, let's find a way to get from stuckness to flow. My name is Sunita. I'm located in Sweden right now. So this is a little bit of my story and how I discovered getting from stuckness to flow myself. You know, whenever I would like all of you to really think about a time in your own life when crisis struck. You know, uh, I would like you to get into that fear that you have when crisis is there. What happens to me is that I start thinking of all the negative scenarios. No, I start thinking of all the things that can go wrong, and I get really stuck in the past, and and not able to move into the future. That is what happens to me, but something else may be happening to you, or maybe the same things are happening to you. So I really would like you to get into that experience of crisis yourself. Think of something that you have recently gone through, or something that was really big in your life, and go there. Because what I'm going to share with you is something called zero pointing. And I would like you to zero point with your own crisis during these 12 minutes. That's what I would like. So to take you there, you know, as you go through your own stories, I would like to just share the biggest crisis that happened in my life, which was in 2016. I was in Gurgaon. I had, you know, my son went to a good school. I had a good job. We had a great home. Everything was fine. Life was good. And then crisis struck. My son got into a mental challenge at the age of 13. I lost my job. I had to send him to Sweden with the hope that things would go fine with him. And I myself moved to my parents, and I was dependent on them at the age of 50, whereas my entire life had been about being independent. This is when in 2017, I came across the 4 rooms of change theory and model. And I used that to navigate myself out of crisis. But it was not only the model, I mastered the model and the theory, but what I discovered through my own experience and how I used it was something called zero pointing. This is a way that I figured out how I could move from fear, where I was stuck, and actually moved into flow and created a completely new life for myself and my son. Today, 5 years hence, both of us live in Sweden. He's joined a great university, and I'm, of course, no longer dependent on my parents, and we have a great home and future together. So how did I do it? That's what I would like to share with you. And this is when I would like the presentation to come on, which I have sent to the buddy.
Sunita, I'm not able to locate the PPT. Will be
all right. Yeah. Let's get the PPT. You know, just listen to me. You can look at me and I will take you through the PPT. Yeah. So just imagine 4 rooms. Huh? I would like you to imagine 4 rooms of change. Where I was when I was in Gurgaon was in contentment. Everything was fine. I had everything that I wanted. That's when crisis hit, and I didn't want to accept it. I pretended to myself that all was well. That is when I was in the room of self-censorship. I was censoring things for myself and censoring things for others. I was doing things that felt like inspiration, you know, like I would suddenly get inspired by something and I would do it, but then I would soon lose energy and I would just get back into the same rut, a very negative spiral. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know where I was going wrong. I knew something had to be done, but I didn't know what is it that I needed to do. I was clearly in confusion. That's when I stopped and I asked myself, how am I feeling? I realized that I felt fear. I felt anger. I felt depression. I felt deep sadness. I lacked connection with myself. I lacked connection to others. I felt very inferior. I felt, you know, I would compare myself to others. I was jealous of others' success. I was very unsure of what was right. I also asked myself the next fundamental question: how does the here and now feel? The here and now is very strained. My everyday had started becoming very mechanical. I was just doing the things, I just getting up and, doing the things in the same way. And I was thinking, if I'm sincere, if I'm hardworking, if I do things in the right way, I'm really going to, get it. But when I stopped myself and I paused, that's when I said, well, this is very mechanical. I feel like I have a mask. I feel like I'm fake. It was such a negative, energy consuming downward spiral that I was in. And I stopped and I paused and I stayed in this question and I stayed in this chaos. And that's when I discovered that the trick to get out of confusion is actually to do nothing. Inaction is actually the action. Getting absorbed in the chaos, practicing solitude, practicing silence, going to that place inside yourself, which is very silent, very, very observant. Each one of us has that place inside ourselves. It's just that we are unwilling to go there because we just outside and we keep running. We think actions will go to get us somewhere, but they don't get us somewhere. They just get us into the wrong places. They feel like inspiration, but they're actually not inspiration. So zero pointing is actually about getting to that place inside of yourself, which is silent, which is observant, and get stable there and get comfortable there. And allow the answers to come, and allow the answers to go. The first answers that will come, which will seem very enthusiastic answers, are usually not the right answers. They may get, distract you. They may be a show of bravado. They may be ways to, impress others, but they may not be the right answers. Because the right answer will come when you finally hit the truth of what is it that you have lost? What is it that is never coming back? It will have a tinge of sorrow. It will have a tinge of grief, but it will be the truth. This has a very somber, serious quality to it. When this is a place inside of yourself that you reach, where perhaps you don't feel like having any action, but you feel that immense clarity that comes to you. This is when you know that you have zero pointed. This is when you really know that you have hit stable ground. And from here, you can actually start thinking slowly but surely about the real actions that you need to take, the real actions that you will use to create a new future for yourself. It's never going to be the same again. It is going to be another higher mountain that you will climb, but it will be with such sense of confidence in yourself. It will be so solid that you yourself will know that when you start walking on this path, you are going to make it. That quality is when you have zero pointed. And when you have zero pointed and you move forward and you create your new life, I can guarantee you that you will find a new you and a new future that you will love. And that's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you very much. And if there are a few minutes left, then I want to tell you, 3 questions. How am I feeling? The classic ISAF's question. How does the here and now feel? And get inside that place of yourself, which is silent, which is observant. Be very calm in the chaos. Find the eye of the storm. And from there, build your new future. That is zero point.
Thank you, Sunita.